Hello and welcome. My name's Leanne. I live in Australia and this is my crafty cupboard.
Today from the crafty cupboard I've picked some coordinating fabrics. I have this pink, which I've just folded in half, and this pink ticking. I have 2 layers of that, and I'm going to make a book cover. So this book cover will be sewn so that this wraps around on the inside, and then there's a little pocket to put a few extra things on the front and back covers, tuck in some papers or a pen or something like that, and it's just a bit of extra lift to the front cover as well. So to measure, I simply cut it, as you can see, a bit wider than the book itself, and of course a bit longer, so that it can wrap around. Let's go to the next step. I've turned under the raw edge on the sides. I have the outer fabric and 1 layer of the ticking, finishing off the raw edge, and I did the same on the other side. So now we've got both edges sewn down, but this is all still open and raw. Next I'm just cutting some fusible wadding. So this side's got the sticky glue on it when you iron it. The same size as the book cover, exactly neatly around the edges, no excess. Take this to the iron. This is the fusible wadding, there's the glue side. This is the wrong side here of the cover, and we're going to place this like a small seam allowance from the bottom and centered, and iron it down. So I pressed it on one side just to stick it, but now I'm ironing it on this side because I find that gives really good stick to the glue. Okay. We turn it over. Now, where the edges are here, we're going to fold this fabric in. That's where our pocket goes. Give this press. Same on the other side. Press. Scrunched. Let's push it down again. So that's front ready. Now we're ready to get the lining on. So what we're going to do is turn it back over with the right side facing us, and that seam line that we've just folded for the pocket, we're actually going to bend the fabric back on both sides. Now I've turned that over. Right, this is the right side, this is the right side of the lining, and we're going to take this to the machine and we're going to sew all the way around, leaving a small opening at either the bottom or the top. And because we cut this to the same size as the book, we know that that's the edge to sew along there, as is the edges here. This is going to be a very narrow sewing edge right along there. Okay, so this is sewn all the way around now. I've trimmed off the excess. On this side I didn't have any excess to trim, I actually used the selvage. And there's an opening here through which to turn it through. I'm just going to turn it in the right way now. It's all turned in the right way. Just used a chopstick to push out the corners. Take it to the iron. I've got the seam along the side edge here. I'm just pulling the fabric just so slightly so that the seam will be to the inside a little rather than showing on the front edge. In the gap that I left at the top, when I sew this closed, I'm going to insert a little bookmark ribbon, and I'll finish that off at the other end by sewing on a little flower button. So that's that top edge sewn now, and I put the ribbon towards the back cover so that it can hang and not get in the way of the spirals. With the little button on the end, I just folded the ribbon over 3 times so there was no raw edge hanging out, and stitched the button on. Okay, let's go get it on the book. The book in, you just bend it the wrong way and slip the pockets over the covers. There's our little bookmark, a little art journal cover, and the little bookmark, and a pocket in which you can put a couple of pens and things. This also goes very nicely on a hard-covered book as well.